Welcome to Incog Stories, where stories come alive from the shadows. Tonight begins a 4-part journey into a broken America, where survival is the only currency that matters. This is Ashes of Tomorrow, Part 1. Leon's boots cracked over the broken pavement, a plastic grocery bag rustling in his gloved hand. Footsteps on broken concrete, plastic rustling. Denver had once been loud with traffic and commerce, now reduced to silence, except for the distant thump of helicopters, or the occasional scream that no longer drew attention. Billboards, once advertising fast food and electric cars, now flaked with weathered paint, declaring martial law and curfew hours. He kept to the shadows, navigating the skeletal remains of gas stations and boarded-up diners. 10 to buy a gallon of gas. Now, 10 wouldn't get you a drop, if any was left. America had finally run dry. Leon's breath fogged in the chill of the high desert night as he reached the hollowed-out convenience store. He ducked through a shattered window and started rummaging. Shelf after shelf lay bare. A rat scurried across the floor. All he found was a half-full bottle of water and a smashed can of peaches. He pocketed them and left. 2 years ago, he'd been a mechanic. Now, he was a scavenger, surviving on instinct and steel nerves. The inflation surge had hit like a tsunami. Eggs, $100 a dozen. Rent, quadrupled. Millions sleeping in cars or tent cities. When the oil reserves went dry, panic spiraled. Gas theft became lethal. Cities collapsed. Riots blazed from coast to coast. The president declared martial law. The military came in not to protect, but to control. Drones patrolled city skies. Food distribution turned into armed checkpoints. Refusal to comply meant disappearance or, in some cases, firing squads. Leon had seen it all. He'd survived it, but now he needed out. He'd heard of safe zones near the Utah border, places where people bartered, not burned. He planned to head there at dawn. Chapter 2. Maria and the boy. Leon found them on the edge of town. A fire glowed faintly behind a burned-out RV. Too dangerous, too exposed. He approached with caution, rifle slung low. The woman turned first. She stood, protective arm out, shielding a boy, maybe 10 years old.
Don't come closer.
I'm just passing through. I'm heading west. Thought you should douse your fire before someone else sees it.
Someone else?
Hunters, looters, soldiers. Pick your poison.
They exchanged looks. The boy clutched her coat. Leon started to turn away.
Wait, you alone?
He nodded.
We are too. I'm Maria. This is Tyler.
Leon looked at them. She wore a tattered parka and boots too big. The boy's cheeks were hollow.
You've got food?
A little. Water too.
She hesitated.
We won't slow you down, but we won't survive out here on our own either.
Leon sighed. He'd sworn never to take on strays, but the boy's eyes reminded him of his nephew, of who he used to be.
We move at first light. Be ready.
Maria nodded, and Tyler gave a faint, hopeful smile. They moved quickly, sticking to railroad tracks and alleyways. Maria had a map, an old road atlas ripped from a glove box. Gas stations were circled, towns crossed out. It wasn't much, but it gave them direction. Tyler didn't speak much. He just watched. Every distant noise made him flinch. Leon noticed how Maria always kept a hand near her knife. They passed an abandoned checkpoint near Colorado Springs. Bodies lay in piles, frostbitten and bullet-ridden. A sign read, "Citizens must present ID." Below it, someone had spray painted, "Welcome to Hell." Leon took a route through a drainage tunnel that was considered drone blind, shielded from aerial surveillance due to overhead infrastructure and terrain. They found shelter in a collapsed bridge, hidden beneath layers of steel and concrete. That night, they shared their stories. Maria had been a teacher. Her husband died during the first gas riots. She and Tyler had fled Denver weeks ago when the National Guard burned their tent camp.
I watched them shoot a teenager for stealing bread.
Leon didn't speak. He just kept watch, rifle in hand. Chapter 4. The First Encounter. They reached Pueblo by the 5th day. It was no longer a city, just a maze of broken buildings and burning garbage. As they crossed an overpass, a voice rang out.
"Stop right there!"
Leon dropped to one knee, rifle raised. A group of armed survivors emerged from a wrecked bus.
"Travel tax,"
their leader said.
5 cans, or we take your shoes."
Maria clutched Tyler. Leon eyed the numbers. 6 men, underfed but armed.
I've got 1 can,
Leon said, reaching slowly into his bag.
but we're not giving up shoes.
He tossed the can. As the leader bent to catch it, Leon fired. The bullet hit center mass. Chaos exploded. Maria dragged Tyler behind a barrier. Leon fired again and again. 2 more dropped, the rest fled. Silence returned.
Are they dead?
Tyler whispered. Leon checked. 3 corpses. Blood steamed in the cold.
Yeah, they won't be taxing anyone else.
Maria didn't speak. She just pulled her son close. Chapter 5. The Radio Station. Days later, they stumbled upon a radio station outside Alamosa. The building was intact, graffiti covered, but sturdy. Inside, a woman with silver hair greeted them with a shotgun.
"Looking for trouble?"
She asked.
No,
Leon said.
just passing through.
She lowered the gun.
"Name's June. You want heat or signal?"
She let them stay. She had solar panels and a working ham radio.
"People out there call it the collapse.
She explained.
The government's gone dark. Militias run the highways. Cities are dead zones."
When Leon asked about the Utah safe zones, June gave a solemn nod, her expression unreadable.
"I've heard transmissions. People call it Haven. Run by civilians. No uniforms, no taxes, but the path there's crawling with feds and scavengers."
Leon looked to Maria.
We keep moving.
June gave them a battery-powered radio.
"Might save your life. Tune to channel Disnif if you're near military."
Thank you.
Maria said. June smiled.
"Don't thank me. Survive."
Chapter 6. The Ambush. 3 days after leaving June's station, Leon led the trio along a dirt road winding through a forgotten farming valley. A wind turbine creaked uselessly in the distance, long since rusted still. The fields were overgrown with weeds and the sky wore a curtain of gray. They passed an overturned semi-truck on the side of the road, its cargo doors open and empty. Leon motioned for silence, ears trained for trouble.
We should check it.
Maria whispered. Trap.
Trap. Too perfect.
But as they passed, a sharp crack rang out. A bullet slammed into the dirt just inches from Leon's boot. He dropped, pulled Tyler down, and scanned the tree line.
They're flanking.
Back.
Leon yelled, returning fire. The group scrambled down a ravine. Tyler slipped, but Maria caught him. They took shelter behind a fallen log as gunfire echoed overhead. A voice shouted from above.
"Drop your weapons and come out. You're outnumbered."
Liars.
Leon muttered.
They wouldn't be shouting if they had us pinned.
He crept to the edge of the log, saw movement. A teenager with a rifle barely older than Tyler.
Just kids.
Leon hissed. He fired a warning shot into the air.
Run!
Someone yelled from the ridge. Footsteps pounded away. After a tense silence, Leon stood.
They're gone,
He said.
let's move.
Maria looked shaken. Tyler was crying.
This isn't survival.
She said quietly.
This is war.
Leon didn't disagree.
And so they pressed on. 3 souls in a landscape of ash and desperation. Searching for haven. Searching for hope. But their journey has only just begun. Will they reach the radio station's promised sanctuary? What dangers lurk on the road to Utah? And who else watches from the shadows? Join us for part 2 of this 4-part series, where the stakes grow deadlier, and trust becomes the most dangerous gamble of all. Thank you for joining us in the shadows tonight. This has been Ashes of Tomorrow, Part 1, on Incog Stories. Part 2 releases next Friday. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the continuation of Leon, Maria, and Tyler's fight for survival. Until next time, stay in the shadows.